allow me to leave.
Yeah, please, sir.
Over
Yes.
to Dr. Furqan sir.
Okay, thank you,
Furqan
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir. So, dear participants, for our next Impact Lecture Session 2, I would like to introduce our eminent speaker, Dr. Prakash Itankar, sir. Sir is working as a professor in Pharmacognosy Department. He is head of the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Director, Technology Park, RTM, Nagpur University. That is Rashtrasant Tukadoji Maharaj, Nagpur University. He has 26 years of industrial and teaching experience. Sir has successfully completed about 35 research projects based on research problems of industry. Sir has guided 102 MPharm and 7 PhD students, and 5 students are still pursuing their PhDs under his supervision. Prakash sir has been invited as a resource person for more than 100 times by various institutions across India. He is a recipient of many prestigious awards nationally and internationally. And to mention a few, Prakash sir has been awarded with prestigious Ethnopharmacology Outstanding Service Award in the year 2015 by Society for Ethnopharmacology India. He has also received Mahatma Phule Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in Social Work by Anandibai Joshi Award for Services in Health in 2015. He has also received SFE Outstanding Local Chapter Award at the 18th International Congress of International Society for Ethnopharmacology at Dhaka University, Bangladesh in the year 2018. Sir has also received Best Teacher Award in the year 2018 by RTM Nagpur University. So with this introduction, I welcome Sir and I now invite him to deliver his talk.
Right. Thank you so much, Furqan sir, for the introduction. And first of all, before I start sharing my presentation, I would like to express sincere gratitude to YB Chavan College of Pharmacy, the whole administration, especially Dr. Abu Bakar sir, who is principal, and my friend and colleague Swaroop Lahoti sir as well. And so I would now just start sharing. You just please confirm whether the slide is visible. Hello.
Screen is visible, sir.
Okay, and I'll just move it once so that you just confirm whether the things are moving. Whether the slide has changed?
No, slides are not visible, sir. Your screen is visible.
My screen is visible now?
Yes, sir, but it's not moving.
Okay.
Slides are still visible.
Can you see the next slide now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Just a minute. It's not in presentation mode. I have just shown the PPT. Can you please tell me now? अभी चेंज हुआ है
नहीं दिख रही सर, नहीं सर, कुछ भी नहीं,
कुछ भी नहीं. Okay, I'm just stopping the sharing. on share screen. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible, sir.
Okay. I'll just put it on a screen share. Is it full screen now?
Yes, sir.
And is it moving now?
हाँ सर वो हो रहा है
हो रहा है ना? चलो, thank you. So, I'm really, thanking you for giving me something, different kind of a topic. And I would compliment you for the naming the series as an impact series lecture. So, the design thinking and critical thinking in pharmacy. So this was the topic which was given to me, and I would like to put it in a different way. So that is something like, can we look and design and think from the Indian context point of view? So while I started, getting the experience while I was putting my brain, my thinking in the industry, and then later on moved on to the, academic side. I really felt that we, as Indians, we really need to, refocus our attention from the westernized way of thinking, and let us bring back our golden days and start thinking from the Indian context. So, can we do that? And can we do that even by sitting in the profession like pharmacy? So, I would like to just present before you few things which I hope you would all, like. And this journey is all, experimental journey. It's not nothing theoretical I'm talking about. It is all which all of you can also do, and which all of you can also rejoice with, as I do, whenever we do some kind of a task. So what do we mean by, thinking from the Indian context? So it is always said that we are, the wonderful part of our nature, and how can we connect ourselves with that of the whole universe? So if you look into this particular galaxy, this is one single galaxy that we talk about, and we as the inhabitant of one particular kind of a planet that is called as Earth. तो ये एक सिंपल डॉट जैसा है इस आकाश गंगा में. तो हमारी जो एक सिंपल सा जो टर्म हम लोग यूज करते हैं, हैसियत जो है, वो इस टिक्के, ये जो एक छोटा सा बूंद है, एक छोटा सा जो डॉट है, उसके ऊपर में हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा नाज करते हैं. मगर इसके साथ में रहने का हमारा तरीका जो है वो बहुत दिन ब दिन बहुत बदल रहा है, और इसीलिए हमको ये याद दिलाना बहुत जरूरी है कि दिस इज वेयर वी स्टैंड फॉर. एंड if the earth is having such a small presence in the one of the Akash Ganga, and there are so many Akash Gangas, therefore we really need to rethink, redesign our thoughts so that we can really conserve this one and only one earth that is bestowed to us for living and thriving. So if you zoom in, you can see that yes, this is the earth that we are talking about. And when we talk about its, the cosmic forces which help us, retain the life and progress in life, and then we talk about the advances that we brought with the advent of the science. So one of the best definition that I could get about the, the wonderful cosmic life forces which runs the whole show, and we are really surprised कि एक planet दूसरे से नहीं टकराता है, एक जो है पूरा आकाश गंगा जो है वो दूसरे को नहीं टकरा रहा है. एवरीथिंग इज जस्ट फ्लोटिंग, एंड इतना वजनी मास होने के बाद में भी हमारी अर्थ कहीं पे ऐसे ड्रूप डाउन नहीं हो रही है, गिर नहीं रही है, हम भी नहीं गिर रहे हैं. एंड दैट इज ऑल समथिंग वी टॉक और वी कंसिडर एज कॉस्मिक लाइफ फोर्स, या हम लोग जिसे भगवान कहते हैं, या हमारे अपने अपने जो जो एनर्जी सोर्सेस है उसको हम लोग ये मानते हैं. बट जो सीरीन जो डेफिनेशन है इन सारी चीजों के हार्मोनियस कोएग्जिस्टेंस की, वो है कि इट इज अ नेचुरल, intrinsically automatic, self-regulatory, systematized order endowed with the universal laws of nature. So we being part of the nature, we also are supposed to follow these universal laws of nature. If you do not follow these laws of nature, probably what we are now looking at are the the devastations, the kind of problems, kind of the you can say the uncertainties that has been there in our life. It is all because we are probably not able to understand these universal laws of nature. So when it comes to pharmacy, we usually talk about the biodiversity that is available on the earth. And if this is a picture in front of you, this looks wonderfully beautiful, and this houses all the pancha tattvas, and then all the amongst the all the pancha tattvas, few things are visible, like हम लोग यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं पेड़ पौधे हैं, पूरा जंगल भरा हुआ है, and there is wonderful stream of water flowing through, that is the river that we can talk about. But जो चीजें नहीं दिख रही है उसमें बहुत सारे animals हैं, बहुत सारी biodiversity है, and we are not able to visualize that. If you further zoom in and we come down to the surface of the earth, we found that yes, amongst many animals, we as humans are also one amongst them. So we are also the animal as a part of this biodiversity which is there. Now what we have done, हमने जो हमारे पास में एक विशेष बात जो दी गई है वो है हमारा दिमाग, और दिमाग की वजह से what we started utilizing was to make use of the resources which are made available to us. Now if you see these three domains, like the plants which are living, animals which are living, and humans who are living, amongst them all, we are the only one which is having a rational soul. So we have the thought and we have the reflections. However, this kind of a thought and reflection is not that developed in the plant world or the animal world. So moreover, they are mostly focused upon their the sensations and the reproductions. But we as humans are bestowed with the process of thought, and this particular brain, when it started making its use in a proper direction, he started utilizing the resources which were available in and around him. So the nature was not the same for the person who was there in Rajasthan and those who were in the the Kerala coast, or those who were in the Jammu and Kashmir or in the northeast. So every pockets of the human life was dependent on the natural resources which were available near him, around him, and therefore he started utilizing all those resources, even for the purpose of health management. So as we all are quite aware of that, there are the the ancient ways of management of the health, and wherein they talk about the presence of Pancha Mahabhutas, like the things which are in front of you. Fire is there, air is there, water, earth, and the space. So if you really look into the kind of studies which were performed earlier, and they've identified these 5 different elements which runs our life, you cannot imagine your life without any one of them, and therefore we can consider these Pancha Mahabhutas as Pancha Mahadevas, because without any one of them we cannot survive. Another thing wherein we really miss out now in modern days is to look at your own body. What I really feel after going through a lot of literature, I found that this is the wonder of wonders. Your human body is the most marvelous thing that has been created so far. But we hardly look at it at the way it has been bestowed with so many magical things in front of you. So when it comes to arriving at the modern systems of medicines and then taking care of the health parameters which goes awry, and then we call those situations as the disease conditions. So one of the texts I want to put before you is made by Guyton and Hall, which says that indeed the human body is much more than the sum of its parts, and life relies upon this total function, not just on the function of individual body parts in isolation from the हमने पंच तत्वों के बारे में बात की, या 5 ऐसे चीजें हैं जो सभी के शरीर में हैं और पूरे यूनिवर्स में हैं. अगर हम लोग ये सोचे कि उसमें से एक भी हम लोग बाजू में रख दे तो बाकी फंक्शंस जो है जिस तरह से न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाते हैं, नलीफाई हो जाते हैं, उसी तरह से हम हमारे बॉडी में अगर हम लोग बोले कि व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन योर बॉडी, तो हम लोग कोई भी एक अंग को इतना अलग से इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं दे पाएंगे. एज अ होल द बॉडी इज ब्यूटीफुल, एज अ होल the body is functional, as a whole, the body is life, and therefore, when it comes to the pain management and then localized management by the the modern systems of medicines, it doesn't go along with the universal laws of nature, and therefore we found that yes, at one place you can see the disease is cured, but there are many side effects which are left out by the medicines. So one of the amazing example that we can take is our eye. Now, can you see what kind of a creation is this? This is something which is very beautiful. You can see the whole world. You have the protective layer over it, and it has got all the parameters like keeping it moistened all the time, zooming in, zooming and zooming out, and then you cannot imagine life without your eye. So you are so used to it, but we really do we really acknowledge this presence of one, say, body part, and can we say thank you to that part because of which we are able to see this presentation on our screen? So we really have forgotten the wonderful bounty of treasure that has been given to us by the cosmic life forces. Another example we can take is the blood. So even though it is being manufactured, it is always in ratio, in percentage, in a proper proportion. You cannot just imagine that only the blood is being manufactured and it is going out of control, and then it is getting excess in your body, and then it is oozing out from somewhere. It is nothing like that. It is such an intrinsically automatic system that the thing is created, it is properly placed into the whole system. It has been pumped, it has been properly regulated, it has been managed, and everything goes natural. You do not have any power to control its either formation or its dissemination. Nothing can be done by your own self, and therefore respecting this particular system, which is very natural and intrinsic and automatic, we really need to work out in pharmacy the kind of the modern, we can say, drugs or the remedies, by keeping all these things in mind. So let us see what kind of observations we had pertaining to the plants. So earlier we used to see plant as a plant, whole plant, and we used to take wonderful fruits coming out of it. We used to take the rest under the tree. So many of you हमारे पीढ़ी के जनरेशन ने ये चीजें अभी अनुभव की हुई है, और ये हमारे मेमोरी में है कि हम लोग किस तरह से पेड़ों के ऊपर में चढ़ते थे, वहां से आम तोड़ते थे, उसके छाव में सोते थे, वहां पे बहुत खेलते थे। मगर ये चीज साइंस के आने के बाद में कैसे होती गई, ये आप खुद भी रियलाइज करेंगे। वी स्टार्टेड जूमिंग इन, हमें आदत है और अंदर अंदर और डीपर जाने की, और अगर हम लोग देखें तो हम लोगों ने उसको प्लांट पार्ट्स में स्टडी करना शुरू कर दिया। वी स्टार्टेड रियलाइजिंग ओके दीज आर द पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट्स, देन वी स्टार्टेड गोइंग इनटू ओके all these plant parts are made out of certain tissues and certain cells. Now what are those? So let us go further deep. So we found that yes, these many number of microscopic components are there in each cell, and each cell is a life in itself. And therefore the advent of science was like, take one cell into a conical flask or a test tube, and then subject it to specific signals, provide the specific micronutrients and macronutrients, and allow that particular cell to grow in the test tube. So that was the the fundamental concept of tissue culture which came in out of this. So but before doing that science, everybody started realizing that even one single cell is a life in itself. It's a full life. पूरा पेड़ वो एक सेल के अंदर में है। उसी तरह से अगर हम लोग आगे में देखें तो with the advent of science, we started looking at the tree not for the purpose only of fruits or for the shade and the rest, but it is being looked into as the source of phytoconstituents. So many complex chemical moieties which are being manufactured and synthesized by the plants, basically for themselves. We as brilliant human beings, we started understanding the chemical features of those, and we started connecting those features with the health management system. कि how can these chemical constituents be utilized for say management of the fever, for the management of pain, for cancer, and for HIV and many the latest diseases which will come in our discussions. बट हमारी जो दृष्टि है वो बदलती चली गई, एक बड़े पूरे भरे भूरे पेड़ों से हमारी दृष्टि जो है उसके अंदर में झांकना शुरू कर दिया, और हमने उसको एक ऐसे रिसोर्स की तरफ में जाना, उसको यानी फोर्स कर दिया कि अभी हम लोग उसकी तरफ में सिर्फ वो क्या दे सकता है, किस तरह की मॉलिक्यूल दे सकता है, ऐसा सोच रहे हैं। क्या हुआ उसके आगे में? So each cell was put into the metabolic engineering, and then we have started getting the metabolically engineered products. So cell culture approaches were further modified, and we found that instead of getting the medicines directly from the medicinal plants, we started putting their cells into the laboratory cycles, and the whole cell culture approach was followed, and bioreactors were made into use. Well, and then after getting the biomass out of the bioreactors, we started extracting it and we started getting secondary metabolites. Now, if this is the way natural medicine is to be collected, what would be its validation process? So we found that, okay, this is on the top, you can see that there are crude drugs. There are crude drugs, and then in the modern systems we have the adverse drug and mechanistic screening. We really found out that which are the active compounds, and then we started connecting those chemical moieties or the active compounds with that of the targets which are available in the body. So we considered as it as the lock and key approach of medication. And when such more potential targets are identified, we really found that that there are certain mechanistic ways, certain pathways, and through which the drug acts into the body. And then we also started analyzing the disease. But when it comes to the network pharmacology, यानी एक और डीपर साइंस में हम लोग गए कि ठीक है, प्लांट के इन केमिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट जो शरीर में जाते हैं तो वो स्पेसिफिक रिसेप्टर्स पे जाते हैं, और रिसेप्टर्स पे जाने के बाद में वो बॉडी में जाके उसके रिजल्ट्स आते हैं। तो वो जो रिएक्शन टू दी इंड्यूस्ड ड्रग जो है उसको अगर नेटवर्क फार्माकोलॉजी के माध्यम से देखा जाए तो वो चित्र नीचे दिए हुए डॉट्स और उसमें दिए हुए जो जाला है, यानी एक वेब ऑफ we can say actions and reactions which are given by the body in response to the drug that you have consumed. So this is the kind of happenings which is happening in your body when you are taking the drug. अभी इमेजिन करिए, ये एक सिंगल मॉलिक्यूल के लिए बनाया हुआ नेटवर्क फार्माकोलॉजी का एक सिंपल मॉडल है जिसमें आपने दिए हुए ड्रग के ग्रीन पैचेस जो है दैट इज शोइंग यू द गुड रिजल्ट्स फॉर व्हिच यू हैव टेकन द मेडिसिन। उसके बाद में रेड भी है और ऑरेंज भी है। तो ऑरेंज जो है दे आर हार्डली मेकिंग एनी डिफरेंस इन सर्टेन पोजीशंस ऑफ योर बॉडी, एंड देयर आर रेड receptor ends which shows that your drug is having an adverse impact on the body, and therefore a certain chain of adverse reaction may come out. So this is where we are pushing ourselves while we do the science. So even in cases of corona, you can see that we started analyzing कौन सा ऐसा एंड है वो स्पाइक्स प्रोटीन का कोरोना का कि जो कौन से रिसेप्टर पे जाता है और वहां से फिर बॉडी कंज्यूम करती है और अंदर में जाके वो धमाल मचा रहता है। तो अगर इस तरह की स्टडीज अगर हम लोग थोड़ा पीछे जाके देख रहे हैं तो ऐसा लगता है कि ये बहुत सारे ये जो एक कॉम्प्लेक्स आपको सिस्टम दिखा रहा हूँ वो ये है कि ऐसे एंटीबैक्टीरियल, ऐसे एंटी फंगल, एंटी प्रोटोजोल और एंटी एंथिलमेंटिक्स हैं जो नेचर से पहले डिराइव किए गए थे और उसका सिर्फ एक यूज हमें मालूम था। Later on we started evaluating it for some other additional activities, and then we found that there are like one drug and is having multiple activities. So while we started, अभी आप सोच लीजिए कि एक बड़े पेड़ से हमारी दृष्टि जो है वो इतनी अंदर में घुस गई, इतना हम लोग डीपर साइंस करना चालू कर दिए, इतना उसको कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हमने कर दिया, और इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करने के बावजूद भी जो रिजल्ट्स है वो हमें आनंद नहीं देते, सुकून नहीं देते, कोई सेटिस्फैक्शन अब भी नहीं है। वी कैन नॉट से वन सिंगल ड्रग एज पैनेशिया इवन विद द एडवेंट ऑफ मोस्ट एडवांस साइंस। तो मेरा ये कहना है कि ये जो आपको अभी बैकग्राउंड में बताया ये उस दृष्टि के उस प्रॉब्लम की तरफ में लेके जा रहा है जिसको नाम देते हैं प्रेसबायोपिया, लूजिंग फोकसिंग एबिलिटी फॉर नियर विजन, यानी हमारे करीब में चीज है हमारे करीब में मेडिसिन पड़ी हुई है, हमारे आजू बाजू में है, मगर हम उसको नहीं देख पा रहे, हम उसके बहुत अंदर अंदर जाते जाते कहीं अंधेरे में खो गए हैं। तो वो क्या चीजें हैं, वो those are the things which we deal with. So we as a pharmacognosy department of pharmaceutical sciences are integrated with so many activities, and wherein अगर आप लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में अगर आपके देखेंगे, आप स्क्रीन के राइट हैंड साइड में, these are the obvious outcomes of any pharmacognosy laboratory. But what we do is interdisciplinary approach, and we work with the ethnopharmacology field, that is the traditional healers. We work with the farmers. So many of you might get surprised, how the pharmacy is related with farmers. Yes, it is. So cultivation of medicinal plants. We are talking about the very ancient, system of medicine, health management, that is called as Go Vigyan Anusandhan. We are working with the forest department. We are working with food and nutraceutical industry. We are helping translating the whole knowledge that we are, coming out with in our laboratories to do research as a translational support to many budding entrepreneurs, and we are helping them become the entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneur, but with the support of the IPR and the patents. So it is the kind of a help that we are extending from our fraternity. And one area which I supposed to focus upon you, ये जो है हमारा डिजाइन थिंकिंग का पार्ट है कि हम लोगों ने किस तरह से सोचना है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम्स ऑफ मेडिसिन ऑफ इंडिया, तो हमें जल्दी से ध्यान में आता है आयुर्वेदा, सिद्धा है, यूनानी है, योगा, नेचुरोपैथी है. But all this has got the WHO acceptance because all of them, they were having the good knowledge and basic doctrine principles. Like in Ayurveda, we talk about the Pancha Tattvas, Pancha Mahabhutas. Then we talk about the three doshas, and then we have the specific methods of diagnosing the disease and treating the disease. Similarly, it is there for the list of traditional systems of medicines which are given in my slide. But in the नीचे का जो मैं आपको चित्र दिखा रहा हूँ, उसमें ये दिस इज द कंप्लीट हेल्थ मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, जिसमें से कुछ छूट गया है. समथिंग वी हैव रियली ignored and we never gave proper attention to, and that is nothing but the healer's knowledge. So imagine कि 100 साल के पहले जब कोई आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर एज सच BAMS का कोर्स नहीं था या MBBS का कोर्स नहीं था, और कई हजारों सालों की हमारी जो कम्युनिटी है, क्या उनमें कोई बीमारियां नहीं हुई होगी? अगर हुई होगी तो क्या हमारे कम्युनिटी में उसको ट्रीट करने के लिए नॉलेज था या नहीं था? डेफिनेटली था. वो कौन लोग थे, इसके बारे में आज हमारी इस एडवांस सोसाइटी में ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस भी नहीं है, ज्यादा जानकारी भी नहीं. मगर दे वर द वंस हु वर मोस्टली रिलाइड ऑन द लोकल फ्लोरा एंड fauna for the management of each kind of a disease that used to emanate in their surrounding. So this I wish to connect with the very first slide, that is the nature we are the part of. So the nature has really worked out the network of system around you, which gives solution to each of your problems, including the health problems. So today we are going to focus upon the health problem, and now you have to imagine कि अरे मेरे आजू बाजू में निसर्ग ने या नेचर ने क्या क्या दिया हुआ है. तो वो विजुअलाइज करके अगर हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, तो हम लोग इन लोगों के बारे में कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करेंगे. वी वुड बी वेरी ग्रेटफुल, एंड वी कैन एक्सप्रेस ग्रेटिट्यूड फॉर दिस healers knowledge, because they were the ones who were having all kind of a knowledge about the plants around them, their nutritional values, their they used to know that which deficiency can be met across by eating which kind of vegetable or the roots, or like that. And therefore they were a kind of special people among the society. We will call them as guni यानी उनको सारा नॉलेज वो फ्लोरा फाउना और मिनरल्स के बारे में था. इन लोगों के साथ में काम करते वक्त मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कुछ चीजें ध्यान में रखते हुए. जैसे वो हमेशा अवेलेबल होते हैं, दे आर द मोस्ट अफोर्डेबल, वो चार्ज भी नहीं करते बहुत बार, व्हाइल दे ट्रेड दे डू नॉट चार्ज, एंड दे आर एक्सेप्टेबल टू द कम्युनिटी. सो दे वर एक्सेप्टेबल टू द कम्युनिटी फॉर thousands of years. और सडनली विद द एडवेंट ऑफ साइंस क्या हो गया, हम लोगों ने उनके तरफ में देखना, उनको एक्नॉलेज करना, रिकॉग्नाइज करना, या उनका जो इंपॉर्टेंस है, इतना सारा नॉलेज उनके पास में जो है, उसके तरफ में हम लोगों ने थोड़ा सा निग्लेक्ट जो है वो किया। I wish to put across the fact before you. We know that in the city we have so many 5-star hospitals, and we the learned masses, जो हमारा जो एक पढ़ा लिखा समाज है, शहर का समाज जो है, उसे अगर कोई तबीयत खराब हो जाती है तो वो इजीली वो डॉक्टर के पास में जाता है, वो हॉस्पिटल में चले जाता है। और हम लोग ज्यादा प्रगत है ऐसा ध्यान में रखते हुए गांव के लोग जो है वो बोलते हैं कि अरे शहर का व्यक्ति अगर तबीयत खराब हो जाता है तो हॉस्पिटल में जाता है, तो मैंने भी जाना चाहिए। एंड नाउ यू कैन रियली एक्सपीरियंस दैट द फ्लक्स ऑफ पेशेंट्स कमिंग फ्रॉम विलेजेस टुवर्ड्स सिटीज, इंक्लूडिंग आपका औरंगाबाद हो या मेरा नागपुर हो, यहाँ हर आए 15 दिन या एक महीने में एक नए हॉस्पिटल का उद्घाटन होता है और हमें लगता है कि वी आर स्ट्रेंथनिंग आवर हेल्थ सिस्टम। मगर ये इंडिकेटर हैं मेरे हिसाब से कि हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा बीमार हो रहे हैं, एंड देयरफॉर वी आर सपोज टू मैनेज ऑल दिस थिंग्स बाय आवर ओन सेल्फ, बाय विद द हेल्प ऑफ नेचर। तो ये एक है कि पढ़े लिखे लोग जहाँ जाते हैं उसी को फॉलो हमारे ग्रामीण बंधु भी कर रहे हैं। मगर एक ऐसी भी चीज है जो नीचे में मैंने पिंक कलर में दी हुई है कि कई ऐसे गांव है, कई ऐसे हमारे गुणी हीलर्स हैं जिनके पास में शहरों के लोग रात के 2 बजे से लेके लाइन लगाते हैं, क्योंकि उनके असाध्य रोगों को ठीक करने की ताकत मॉडर्न सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन में नहीं। सो देयर इज अ फ्लक्स of going the patients from villages to the urban areas and from urban areas to villages, and the reasons are different because now we as a pharmacist, अगर हम लोग देखें कि अरे सर ने तो बोला है हीलर्स की तरफ में देखने के लिए, बट ठीक है, इन लोगों के पास में क्या वैलिडेटेड सेफ्टी प्रोटोकॉल है क्या? Do they have a quality control of their product? And do they have proper way of formulating a dosage form, and the way they are proposing their medicine, and the way they consult it, whether it is scientific in nature? ये सारे सवाल हमारे मन में आते हैं। मगर डियर फ्रेंड्स, लेट मी टेल यू दैट ये सवाल के उत्तर जो है देने के लिए आप खुद सक्षम हैं। It means that we, the learned people, we, the scientific people, we, the people who learn pharmacy, are supposed to raise all these questions and start exploring your own laboratories, the things in your own laboratories, and give the solutions to all these questions. So we have that responsibility of answering the questions which are coming in our own minds. So that is what the thinking process is going about. अगर आपके मन में प्रश्न आता है, आप उसके उत्तर के लिए अपने लेबोरेटरी में जा सकते हैं, और ये ऐसा होता हुआ हमने देखा हुआ है। आई एम जस्ट पुटिंग अक्रॉस फ्यू एग्जांपल्स वेयरइन आप लोग देखेंगे कि टैक्सस ब्रेविफोलिया नाम का जो पेड़ है, जिसमें से हमने टैक्सॉल, एक एंटी कैंसर जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट निकाला था, तो इसके बारे में सारी जानकारी इसी तरह से मिली थी। किसी साइंटिस्ट के सपने में नहीं आया था कि ये पेड़ ये घने जंगलों में का ये कैंसर में काम में आएगा। They really followed the practices which were which were there in the practice of the ancient people or the community, and how they were taking help of their nature in management of several diseases. तो ये जो क्लू मिलते गया, ये जो लीड हमें मिलती गई, वो नेचर और नेचर के साथ में प्रैक्टिस करने वाले इन हीलर्स के साथ में मिली। अगर हम लोग हमारा जो सदाफुली है उसके बारे में बोले तो भी वहां पे भी यही कहानी आती है कि ट्रेडिशनल प्रैक्टिसेस जो थी उसको लेके हम लोगों ने साइंस किया, और साइंस के बाद में हम लोग ये ढूंढ पाए कि उसमें 2 इंपॉर्टेंट जो अल्कोलाइड्स है, विनक्रिस्टिन और विनब्लास्टिन होते हैं, और जो ल्यूकीमिया और इसी तरह की तत्सम डिसीज में काम में आते हैं। अगर हम लोग अपना डिजाइन ऑफ जो थिंकिंग है ये अगर प्रॉपरली अगर रीफोकस कर पाए तो आपको ये स्टोरीज जो है इंस्पायर करेगी, क्योंकि बहुत ही एंशियंट लिटरेचर जो है, एंशियंट चाइना का जो ट्रेडिशनल चाइनीज सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन है, उसमें डॉक्यूमेंटेड हिस्टोरिकल एविडेंसेस की वजह से आर्टिमिजिया एन्युआ के ऊपर में नोबेल लॉरेट जो है प्रोफेसर यू टू, शी वर्कड फॉर almost whole of her lifetime and in the laboratory, and she could isolate a wonderful drug that is known as artemisinin as a anti-malarial. So you can imagine one single lead has led to one Nobel laureate. Now in Indian context, if you see, there are treasure of information, so many types of remedies which are available in and around us, so many practices through which people have been cured by the natural healers or the naturopaths, and we are really ignoring them. we really need to refocus, because there are few more examples which always, is going to loudly speak in your ear, and it will say that, see, look at the quinine, which is antimalarial, the Taxol, the etoposide, the Vinca, artemisinin, all of them have been contributed by the nature. So if you are really, inspired to do some, future science that will be based on the ancient literature and the ancient practices and the ancient experiences that we had in our community. So if you look at this picture, you can see that the wild edible plants were there in the market for quite a good amount of time, and people used to buy it. We used to have so many recipes in our home, which were, made out of very obviously available wild origin edible plants. They were never cultivated. They were around there in our, villages. It was there in our surrounding, and it was all available free of cost. Our ancients, they really recognized the importance of each one of them, and they started utilizing it in our food and in our medicines. So nowadays you can see that a new term has come in our domain, that is called as nutraceuticals, and that is what? That is exactly in between the food and the medicine. It means something which can be eaten as a food and which will serve the purpose like a medicines. And those wild edible plants are still around you, but we still do not focus on them because they are not available for sale in the market, and it has not been there in the urban area. So when we were working with this kind of, wild origin plants, we could came across many medicinal plants which were having the, the place in our thali, in our, platter. So these are some of the examples which are there, and I won't take much time explaining each one of these. I just want to, shake your minds to refocus your attention while we talk about, developments in pharmacy. तो अगर आप ये महसूस कर रहे हैं कि ये सब आपके आजू बाजू में है, तो आपको ये सोचना है कि इसमें से हम लोग क्या क्या एक्सप्लॉइट कर सकते हैं, कितनी चीजें हम, कितने मॉलिक्यूल इसमें से निकाल सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो लेबोरेटरी ये आपके आगे में है, ये जितने आसानी से ये मॉलिक्यूल्स बनाती है, वो बहुत टफ होता है किसी लेबोरेटरी में बनाना, and these are easily available. So while working with the ASHA workers in the Umred region of our Nagpur district, we really worked hard with them, and we talked to the Dada Nani. Mostly they were our, guides and mentors while working upon these projects. And what we found in the month of December, when we had this competition of traditional food, which was there in our in our earlier generations, we found that around 36 plants which were edible, which were available in the month of December, and there were different dishes which used to be made in our houses, and which used to, fulfill all our macro and micronutrients deficiencies. So you can really think upon this kind of, thing in your region, and rejuvenate the uses of the flora and fauna which was around you. One of the interesting story, which was the science that we did in our own laboratory, was done by my PhD student Tawkir Mohammed, and the whole project was industry funded project, and the industry was Organic India Limited, which was from Lucknow, and which has got a multinational presence. This industry used to manufacture the organic, tulsi chai, and they used to export the things. Now, one of the question that came into the minds of the CEO was the Chief Executive Officer Krishan Gupta. He came to my laboratory
Sir, your mic is off.
हेलो हेलो,
आवाज आ रही है सर?
अभी आ रही है?
आ रही है सर।
शायद आपने म्यूट ऑल कर दिया होगा, तब मेरा भी आवाज बंद हो गया। तो कब से मेरा आवाज नहीं आ रहा है?
एक मिनट सर, ज्यादा नहीं।
अच्छा, ओके। सो दिस आई वाज टेलिंग कि किस तरह से फार्मेसी फार्म के साथ में जुड़ी हुई है, बिकॉज नाउअडेज वी आर गेटिंग द मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स फ्रॉम कल्टिवेटेड फील्ड्स। तो यहाँ हमने एक एक्सपेरिमेंट रखा था जिसमें सेम मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स कल्टिवेटेड सोड एट द सेम डे, everything was same in the management, except the one area was cultivated using the organic we can say ऑर्गेनिक मैन्यूअर्स, जिसमें गोबर गोमूत्र हमारा बायोलॉजिकल जो मास है वो, इस तरह से हमने ऑर्गेनिक खेती की, और दूसरा जो था वो केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स के साथ में की। सारे ऑब्जर्वेशंस किए गए, उसके ग्रोथ के सारे पैरामीटर्स, कितने लीव्स आए, कितने उसमें फ्लावर्स आए, कितने फ्रूटिंग हुए, और इस तरह से ये सारी स्टडीज जो फार्माकोग्नोसी में हम लोग करते हैं वो सारे हम लोग करते गए। We started taking the extract and with different methods which are right in front of you. So we use the succinate extraction, maceration, ultrasound, and by following these, we entered into the standardization mode wherein we used color chromatography for isolation of phytoconstituents, flash chromatography, and then for establishing the structure, we have used the IR, NMR, and mass. But for standardization, we used HPTLC and HPLC. So while we studied these two different sets of medicinal plants, one set which was grown in the organic field and another was in the chemical field, we started focusing upon the differences in each one of them. And here you can see that we have done the HPTLC fingerprinting, focusing upon their specific phytoconstituents. We call them as biomarkers. In case of Tulsi, you can really make out that ursolic acid is one of the marker. And here you can see that OOS, that is organically cultivated Ocimum sanctum, and non-organically cultivated Ocimum sanctum. Here you can see that the biomarker constituent, the content is more, and ursolic acid was found more in organic one. That was one good thing that we can point out. And then we went in for another content, that is eugenol, and we found that yes, eugenol is present in both the cases, and they are moreover at the same level. So there is hardly any difference. Now, when we did it for a few other medicinal plants like Trigonella, मेथी का भी हमने किया, वो भी एंटीडायबिटिक था, करेला हमने किया, और इस तरह से ये जो सेट ऑफ मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स को जब हम लोग स्टडी करते गए, तो ऐसा लगा कि phytoconstituents means the secondary metabolites which we feel are responsible for giving cure to the disease. अगर if you focus upon that particular parameter, हमने देखा कि there is hardly any difference in the quantity of it. So primarily हमें ऐसा लगा कि there is no difference in the secondary metabolite by virtue of different methods of cultivation. But when we went in for the preclinical studies, we found that ऑर्गेनिकली कल्टिवेटेड जो है उसका इवन एट द लोवेस्ट डोज 100 mg per kg पे भी मैक्सिमम एंटीडायबिटिक एक्टिविटी था, एज अगेंस्ट द हाईएस्ट डोज ऑफ द सेम प्लांट. लाइक हियर आई कैन शो यू द नॉन ऑर्गेनिक मींस केमिकली कल्टिवेटेड ट्राइगोनेला फेनिम्ब्रिकम, इसका 200 यानी मैक्सिमम 300 का भी डोज देने के बाद में वो एक्टिविटी नहीं मिल रही. सो इट वाज giving us two different observations. एक कि आपके पास में secondary metabolites present हैं, but आपकी उस ड्रग का एक्टिविटी नहीं है जो आपने केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स के साथ में बनाया, यानी उसको ग्रो किया. This was one of the very unique observation which we have to keep in mind while we proceed further. So what was the next thing for a scientist like us to talk about was to go to the growers, the medicinal plant growers, and tell them about this kind of observation, and tell them that do not go for cultivation of medicinal plants with the chemical fertilizers or pesticides, because here I have not shown you the many results wherein it shows the multifold increase in the minerals, the heavy metals, the presence of pesticides almost 15 to 16 times. So we really went with this piece of information with the farmers. We started working with them and we started educating them for organic cultivation of medicinal plants. Another good thing that you have to keep on doing as a teacher or as a student, you have to insist upon your teachers to take you to the fields, because the practical open field laboratories are found better, giving a better impression in the young minds and learn when it comes to learning in our particular field. So start taking your students to the field, start taking them to the industries, both conventional as well as the advanced one, and let them understand what they have to come prepared with when they graduate from our colleges. Industrial visits, yes, that has been a very integral part. And what I found was that those students in graduates who have visited the fields, who have visited the industries along with me, they were mostly who made a mark in their career. They were the one who chose higher studies as their options and who went on to the top positions in their career when they chose this way of learning. And then, as I was telling you, we were working with forest department, so we helped them set the quality control, the certifications of their products which are coming from the forest. Forest का generally ऐसा होता है कि they are least interested in the the minor forest produce. वो उसे कोई विशेष अहमियत नहीं देता, मगर लोग वहां से उठा के लेके जाते हैं and there is a loss to the treasury. So we just sensitize the forest department to quantify the amount of medicinal plants which is being extracted out of the forest, though illegally or sometimes legally. So we, had a training program for the forest people, to the collectors of the medicinal plants, and to the purchasers or the buyers of this, bounty of nature. So that was a wonderful thing. Another thing we did was organizing the wonderful conference of ethnopharmacology, wherein the 22 nation speakers were there. Now, why they were here in India? Because while talking to them, I realized that they were appreciating the way India is, managing their biodiversity. We still are one amongst the 8 biodiversities of the world. We still are, blessed with the Guni or the traditional healers, which are, scattered in our, rural portions or in the forest areas, and they are still serving their society. As compared to that, they found that कि यूरोप जो है या अमेरिका जो है, ये बहुत गरीब देश है इन मामले में, क्योंकि यूरोप में there is a complete ban on practices of medicinal plants or any medicine without prescription. So the person has to be a qualified doctor, and then only you can practice. Otherwise, you will be put behind the bar. तो उनका कहना है कि अरे आपके पास में तो अभी भी ये धरोहर बाकी है, इंडिया इज स्टिल होल्डिंग दैट, तो आप इसका मैक्सिमम जो है ट्रांसलेशन जो है वो साइंस में करिए, और ट्रांसलेशन साइंस का जब होगा तो डेफिनेटली वहां से बहुत सारे बिजनेस आइडियाज आएंगी, बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस खड़े होंगे. So as we usually do, what we did was that time we trained the tribal people who were good in knowing about the medicinal plants from the forest, and they started making the processed product or the semi-processed products. And Nitinji Gadkari, who was there along with us, they managed to give them an outlet in Nagpur that was called as Janadhana, Vanadhana. So the product which was otherwise of no use, going wastage, was processed and put into kind of a powders or some kind of paste, and which were rightly picked up by the industry or by the common public for the health management. So coming to the followers of many heroes, it is said that अक्षय कुमार का ये बहुत अच्छा मुझे लगा था, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा था कि अंग्रेज यहाँ आकर आयुर्वेदिक इलाज करते हैं और हम and we are running after the modern medicines, the modern ways of treatment and like that. So ये चित्र फिर से वही आया है कि वी आर सपोज टू ओपन अवर आईज एंड सी अराउंड अस कि नेचर ने हमारे आजू बाजू में जो व्यवस्था करके रखी हुई है उसमें ही हमारे सारे डिसीजेस का इलाज हो सकता है। क्योंकि हीलर्स के साथ में जब मैं काम कर रहा था तो यू विल गो अलॉन्ग विथ माय एक्सपीरियंस की अगर सपोज किसी को पथरी हुई है यानी यूरोलिथियसिस का प्रॉब्लम है and a healer say 50 kilometers from Nagpur is giving some set of medicines, so he is using the medicines which are in his periphery, and after another 50 kilometers you will find a healer using different set of medicines and treating the same kind of a disease. So it means that yes, you cannot have a universal medicine. The medicine is there in and around you and it has been given to you by your own nature, by your own system. So when it came to Corona, I was really amazed to see that there is a chapter called as Janpado Dvansak Rog in Ayurveda. So this kind of infective diseases were already mentioned in our ancient sciences. संसर्गज व्याधियों के कारण और औपसर्गिक रोग, इतना सुंदर ये कोरोना जो है ये इसी कैटेगरी में आता है और उसके लिए उन्होंने बताए हुए सारे जो फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स थे वो सारे अब हमने मॉडर्न साइंस को साथ में रखते हुए फॉलो किए थे। एंड व्हेन आई वाज टॉकिंग टू आवर ट्रेडिशनल हीलर्स दे वर टेलिंग साहब बेल को यूज करिए, गुड़वेल को यूज करिए, सीताफल के पत्ते यूज करिए, पारिजातक के पत्ते यूज करिए, और इसके वो कारण दे रहे थे कि ये उनके अनुभवों के बेसिस पे वो बोल रहे थे कि कोरोना में ये बहुत इफेक्टिव रहेंगे क्योंकि ये इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करते हैं ये और वो। अभी इवन बीइंग अ फार्मासिस्ट एंड अ फार्माकोग्नोसिस्ट I was not very keen in these plants which are yes reasonably around me and all of you. But when I went on the very standard way of doing science, जैसा literature survey हमें करना है, and you also note it down, जो भी मैं पेड़ आपको बता रहा हूँ ये आपके आजू बाजू में ही है, ये कोरोना में बहुत उपयोगी रहे। और इसके ऊपर में जब मैं लिटरेचर सर्वे के लिए जब सर्च किया साइंस जर्नल्स को लेके तो आपको सभी के ऊपर में एंटीवायरल स्टडीज की हुई दिखेगी। नाउ हु डिड दिस एंटीवायरल स्टडीज एंड व्हेन इट वाज डन बाय चाइनीज साइंटिस्ट। इट वाज डन आफ्टर द फर्स्ट आउटब्रेक ऑफ द SARS-CoV-2। वो जो सार्स 2003 में आया था, आपको इनके ऊपर में यानी हमारे इंडियन मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स के ऊपर में साइंस किया हुआ एंटीवायरल एक्टिविटीज की हुई दिखेगी। ये 2003 से लेके 2018 के सारे पेपर्स आपको देखने को मिलेंगे। सो दिस इज एन अलार्म फॉर अस, दिस इज एन we can say urgent need for all of us to put our minds into our own remedies which are given in our kitchen also. So all these plants which were told to me by our traditional healers to be used for preparing the kada stands very strong because there are research backup available for them. So all these plants मोहने की शेंगा बोलिए, गुड़हल बोलिए, हमारा अड़ातोड़ा वसा का बोलिए, ये सारे जो है उन्होंने यूज किए अपने अपने रीजन में और उन्होंने सहायता की उस समाज की जो डरा हुआ था, समा हुआ था और जिनके लिए हॉस्पिटल्स में आना संभव नहीं था। And these are all your spices which keeps on giving us a morning dose of medications at our home, and we do not really acknowledge that. So while I was working with them, I was surprised that yes, the healers, they were really supporting the government in spreading the awareness about the corona, going home to home, telling them about the natural remedies, airing their views on the on the radios. And these young friends of mine from Tripura, you can see they were going and collecting the guduchi, the Adathoda Vasaka, and many other plants which were known to them from their ancestral lineage about their utilities. I would introduce one wonderful friend of mine. He's a traditional healer from Uttarakhand, Ramkrishna Pokhriyal ji, and he has successfully successfully managed rather the cases of corona in his region because of very high altitude residential stay of this person. People around him are mostly suffering with the even जनरल डेज में भी उनको दमा जो है ये बहुत ही कॉमन चीज होती है, और जिसको भी दमा का प्रॉब्लम इस पूरे कोरोना काल में हुआ उसको बहुत डर लगा, क्योंकि उसे ऐसा लगा कि मुझे कोरोना अगर हो गया तो मुझे फैमिली से आइसोलेट कर देंगे, मुझे हॉस्पिटल में डाल देंगे, एंड देन गॉड नोज वो सारे फियर फैक्टर्स उसके मन में थे. So people were rushing to him, and he was giving them the kind of different medicinal teas which are prepared by him, and he is really harnessing a wonderful medicinal plant biodiversity in his 10 acres of land. So he is a kind of a medicine man. Now, if you consider what pharmacists can do, so we are really working hard with the Ayurvedic doctors and the modern doctors in Nagpur. And what we really felt is that whatever we talk about, so whenever we say that there is a claim attached with certain medicine or the medicinal plants, we need to justify it in the laboratories by knowing their phytochemicals. Then we establish its safety and efficacy in preclinical studies. And then what next? Drug cannot be validated by just doing preclinical studies. You need help from the modern Ayurveda practitioners or the scientists in developing ancient sciences. And therefore, you need to handhold with the doctors, which we did, and we are having a tie-up with the Tamegi Institute of Medical Sciences, wherein we are doing clinical studies as well. So while you do all these things which are out of box, which may not be there in your syllabus of pharmacy, but yes, it is an integral part of pharmacy that we need to come out with new and new medicines and bring out the businesses and entrepreneurs from amongst you. So let others laugh at you, but what we really want to see is the patient should laugh like this. So they should be fully in their life. They should be always free of pain, and their mind should be in the peace, and they get all kind of solace, not only from your medicine, from your own personality. अगर आप उनके साथ में खड़े हैं और उनको खुशी हो रही है, so it means that you are providing them the holistic medicine. So this kind of a personality you have to be, right? Like you are a wonderful person, you are a wonderful scientist, you are creating medicines which are following the law of nature, and then if you give that kind of medicine to any sick person, you will see this kind of transformation. You can see people are having the innate happiness in them, which will come out and which will really shower the happiness amongst all. Hello. So I'm just summarizing my whole talk, and I really wish that your mind should get inspired while you work in the field of pharmacy, and while you think of developing the new medicines. So we have to preserve the holiness. Do not throw it off, saying it as old or outdated. No, that is the basis of it. And then what you have to do is you have to aesthetically extend the technological advantages. We are now in the age of artificial intelligence. We now yesterday only I was in the medicinal plant field, and I was talking about how can you judge the age of the plant. So can we extend those technological advantages to the farmers in understanding that? Can we have developed certain AI app or some kind of device which can tell you whether the crop is ripened enough? Like suppose if you are going into the ashwagandha field, before harvesting, how can you ensure the presence of Vidara lights in the plant? Can you do that? That is the need of the time, and this is how we really need to build the quality and quality by developing the scientific evidences. While you do all these things, we are definitely going to create opportunities for the next generation. But everything we have to do, because we have to create evidences, and the whole people, whole community, whole Western world, they believe in evidences, and therefore we have to create evidences. But while doing so, in Indian context, what I will say, we have to keep the heart, mind, and intuition altogether receptive and in harmony. हमारी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट ना होते हुए, और हमारा पूरा जो एंशिएंट है प्लस हमारा मॉडर्न है उसका प्रॉपर अमालगमेशन करते हुए ऐसा हमने काम करना चाहिए जो होलिस्टिक वेलनेस की तरफ में काम करता है. सो while before I say thank you and say acknowledge all of you, I would like to pray for all of you, and this is a wonderful Vishwa Prarthana which is for all of you. I will just pray this and then I will come down to the last slide. हे ईश्वर सबको सन्मति दे, आरोग्य दे, सबको सुख दे, आनंद और ऐश्वर्य दे, सबका भला कर, कल्याण कर, रक्षण कर और तेरा मीठा नाम मुख में निरंतर रहने दे। तो मुख में तेरा मीठा नाम जिसको बोला है वो वही कॉस्मिक लाइफ फोर्स है जिसके बदौलत आज हम आप सब हैं। So I'm going to thank all those organizations which has really helped me build my experience, and I could share to you one aspect of what we have experienced throughout our stay in the industry and in the academia. So all organizations, I extend my thanks, and besides all of them, I wish to thank all our dear students who are now online along with me, and all dear faculty members. I really wish to say thank you, and thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Prakash sir, for an excellent session on design thinking and critical thinking in pharmacy. So, dear participants, now the session is open for question and answer. If you are having any query, the feedback and the e-assessment link will be posted in the chat box as well as in the WhatsApp group. So it is mandatory to fill the feedback form and e-assessment form to get the certificates. So don't forget.
This was a different kind of a topic for all of them. So maybe if at all anybody wish to work in this particular area in their own region, then our laboratory, our experiences will be of help to them. So they can anytime contact me. No problem. Am I audible to you, Furkan sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any questions, participants?
No problem.
Ismail, sir. Ismail, sir. Ismail, sir. Okay, Abu Bakar, sir.
So Furkan sir, I have a meeting now. So
Okay, sir. Just few minutes.
Okay.
I'll wind up the session.
Yeah.
Abu Bakar, sir, are you there? Okay, no problem. So at the conclusion of the Impact lecture series, I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. I extend my gratitude to our management, Principal Dr. Abubakar Bawazir, Vice Principal Dr. Santosh Mokre sir, IQAC in charge Dr. Degan sir, NIRF coordinator Dr. Lauti sir, IPR activity in charge Dr. Sangshetty sir, ICT committee members Dr. Ismail sir,
Ask one faculty member.
Altamesh sir, and all staff members to make this event a grand success. A special thanks to Principal Dr. Satish Jayaram and Mr. Syed Zakir of Institute of Hotel Management, Aurangabad, for providing IT support for the webinar. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you, Prakash sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.